My friend said, oh, no. Did you know that Homeland Security is going to be here, and there's going to be some police up in here, and no, you can't do this here. I'm saying, my man, you's a Black Panther. So anyway, but my sister here, you know that scriptures say, try the spirit by the spirit, right? So she trusted me, and I had no choice but to trust her. We started here with just a vision, didn't have nothing, no facility, no helpers, nothing. And Sister Melissa Collins has stood here strong like a Harriet Tubman and a professional and dedicated Black woman. Buying black must have specific orders. We agreed. How many of you have participated in Black Friday activities ever? Black Friday, put your hand up. Black Friday. Okay, well, we agreed amongst the organizations who have come here and those that are here and coming in. We agreed today that every Friday, from here on out, every Friday for the rest of our lives, every Friday is Black Friday. No. Are you hear me? Sure. Every Friday is Black Friday, and Black Friday means to buy black only on Fridays. Should be every day of the week, right? If we had the economy and the business structure to support such action, we would do it every day of the week. But that's why they're here, because we're not at that level. So Black Friday means on that Friday, on that payday, we want everybody to buy black only forever. That too harsh for you? I'm looking at your face. I'm looking at your face out there. Black Friday, buy black only. And the young organizations and the street organizations are going to agree to enforce Black Friday out on the streets. They're going to be out on the streets doing what? Shutting them down. Hello? Shutting them down on Black Friday. All throughout the country, all throughout our organizations, we're getting ready to make a move. And everybody's going to stand and implement Black Friday, not for just one day, not for a month, not for a time when we get angry, but as a permanent policy amongst our people that these Fridays are reserved for buying black. And we passed this resolution, and it was unanimously passed with no exceptions. The second resolution was and is that we will boycott and black out McDonald's. We will boycott, that's what the vote was, 100% unanimous, that we would boycott and black out McDonald's. You say, oh, what about the black McDonald's? You say, oh, my cousin worked at McDonald's. I'm sorry to say, we considered all of those factors. We considered all of that, and we stood up and mandated that there's no exceptions, that we will boycott McDonald's and we will not eat there again. And that we will not. We've done the research. We found the connections between Croc and the prison industry, and who makes the supplies and the toilet paper and other items for the prison industrial complex to keep it rolling. We have the facts about the way it's unhealthy for our people and killing our people. We tried mass boycotts, boycotting a whole bunch of companies at one time. And we found that we need to, on the suggestions and the motion of Brother Polite, who will be speaking here Saturday, that we got to put the hammer on somebody. Ain't gonna be but a second. Got to put a hammer on somebody, and McDonald's was the choice. The one choice, not Friday, no McDonald's on Friday, no McDonald's on Sunday, no McDonald's on Monday, No McDonald's on Tuesday. No McDonald's when you're driving down the highway and you just want to get something quick. You just get something quick. It's time for us to take a stand. And we're going to organize, not just us talking as individuals, that we pledge to organize and recruit, and every organization is going to put this into effect in their cities, and we're going to drive hard for that goal. In many companies we need to punish. Many companies with connection to the prison industrial complex and the police and all that, many. But we decided that we have to start the process somewhere, so we voted to blackout and boycott McDonald's. That we must have viable alternatives. We must have recognizable, cognizable, viable alternatives when we say boycott or blackout anybody. Black people have to know where they can go to buy from each other. Our people have to know where they can go to buy from each other, where they can go to trade with each other, where they can go to learn about economics. They must know. And so we have agreed to put all our efforts towards supporting black business networks and websites and other products and information, so that everything that pertains to the wide arena of buying black, that we can bring it home to a central location and a central part of our movement. He within 3 points of Hillary Clinton for this race towards the White House. We're going to need some land. We're going to need some money. We're going to need some finance. You're going to need some security. You're going to need something along the orders of doing for self if you're going to survive under a President Trump. Can you imagine that? President Trump? You're going to go from a shock. You're going to go from President Obama to President Trump. Now, you better get ready now. Don't wait till it happens. Then you're going to holler. Ah! We want to prepare right now because times are getting worse. Everywhere you look, times are getting worse. And finance is important. I turn you back into the hands of Sister Ife.
Cleveland, our young people have no hope. The adults are scared.
Yes, sir.
The adults are afraid. You scared if you say something, you're going to lose your job.
Yes, sir.
You scared if you say something, the police going to come knock on your door. The FBI came to me. Told them to talk to my attorney. You ain't got nothing to say. Got nothing to say. So we got to understand, the only time fear the only time fear wins is when you let it.
Yes, sir.
Right. Only time fear wins is when you let it. I've seen a number of people. They walk around big, bad, bullying. They use big words. They use aggressive language. They order people around, right? Bullies. Maybe not physically, but mental bullies. All you got to do is stand up to them, challenge them. I dare you, challenge that and watch them back down. I say, oh, well, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean that. That's not what I was trying to say. Do that in your politics. This is homework you can do right now. You can find out who your city council person is. You can find out, and I'm not saying you don't know. This is an intelligent group. You enlighten, you engage. But if you don't know who your congressperson is, look it up. You can find out by zip code. So all of these are resources that we need to begin to utilize. Let's know who our city council person is. Let's know who our congressperson is. We got to deal with the real. We got to deal with our community. Politics here for us is about obtaining the resources for the betterment and the best of our community. Many of us are focused on Donald Trump. Many of us are focused on Hillary Clinton, the Republicans and the Democrats on a national level. But how many of us are engaged on a local level?
All right, speak, brother.
How many of us are engaged on a local level? Have you attended your city council meeting? Do you know who your commissioners are? Do you know who your alderman is or who your mayor is? Do they know you?
Good question.
Let me tell you something. When you come into those meetings, if you showed up just like this, you'd get some answers. Just this group right here. If you said, hey, we're going to city council in my community in Cleveland, they say, oh, what's wrong? What y'all want? You know, what can we do for you? And many times, we don't get that respect. We don't get the attention because we're not showing up. But on October, that last Sunday in October,
Yes, sir.
those politicians found a way into this house
Amen.
to beg you, pray with you. One of the most disgusting, and I'm gonna say it loud, y'all gonna be mad at me, this is gonna offend all my political connects. I watched Hillary Clinton stand up in church and say, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." My stomach turned immediately because I know the blood that's on her hands. I know the blood that's on her hands. I know the lives that have been destroyed because of that crime syndicate family.
Oh yeah. Clinton.
That's what they are. It's a crime syndicate.
Oh yeah.
Do your research. Y'all mad at me. I know you Democrats. You mad at me. I'm sorry.
Black men in America is the only man that does not protect his women and children. And let me tell you something. When it comes to protecting my women and children, I don't care whether I have a gun or not. Listen, when I run in the duck pond and run around the duck pond, they have little bitty geese. And if I run too close to their little ducklings, they'll say, "I'll make your day. I'll bite your leg off." And you know what I do? I go around those geese. They ain't got no gun. But they know to protect their women and children. So what I'm saying is this. It ain't about no gun. Of course, guns are important. But look, what's going on in our community, it's a matter of just black men getting together for the protection of their women and children, and our women and children will be protected. The Italians protect their women and children. The Polacks protect their women and children. The Jews protect their women and children. We're the only, I'm not speaking of all of us, but as a whole, the way our community is. So what we need is just black men coming together in our community, and our women and children we protected. That's what we need. And you know what? Once black men start protecting their women and children, God will bless us. God will bless us. That's all I want to say.
To at least, I'll go with it on my thing. You have to be willing enough to learn about it in your own household. As you learn about it in your own household, you can go about teaching young people who are up under your roof. That's how it worked for me. When I was around young people, I was able to teach them. When they know something, then you can go volunteer in the school systems. To make it real quick and to the point, the importance of volunteering in Cleveland, we are the only city that gave up a parental controlled school board. We cannot vote to bring in people who represent us. You can look it up. It was given up in Mayor Mike White days. And we've regretted it ever since as parents. So in order to get it back, I'll use Cleveland as a backdrop. You go to the internet and you look up as men, women, days that they have men coming to the schools. See what's going on. When the Cleveland Public School System has it. Women coming to the Cleveland Public Schools. See what's going on. Then you can implement it in other places. Go visit those schools. Bring that knowledge with you. Bring a book or two. Start reading off certain things. And some youth will say, "Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that." Usually they have like breakfast for dads or what have you. That's one way you have to infiltrate it. Because if you don't, they're going to be lost, meaning the youth. And I had to put that out there because we got to get that school board back because it's ours.
We were talking about racism. That was going to be my answer. Take that dollar away, man. That gives a great playing field. Take that dollar away. Take that dollar away. You don't have to worry about that. Instead of spending that money in our community will stop a lot of racism.
Really, you first in line. And I'm wondering what's going on. I want to ask the panel the definition of black business. Is black business limited to a certain category? Is it about the corner store? Is it about selling a certain product? What is black business? What is the range of black business? What is the range of it? What about all these medical services that are going on everywhere in the community? You know, the West, my African sisters and brothers is just creating businesses, wealth within their family, hiring their families, and all of that in the medical field, medical services, nursing services. Are you listening to me? The range of businesses. What is the range of businesses here? And I want to ask what's holding us back and why even our own people are from Africa, our own beloved sisters and brothers able to leap over us at this time. Even in my community in Washington, D.C., it's not the Korean no more. It's not the Korean no more. No, I'm walking in, I'm seeing a black man at the counter, a black man behind the counter. But that black man is from Ethiopia. That black man is from Nigeria. That black man is from Senegal, and many times. Talk to me.
But we got to get our families in line to find what we're great at. We're Jones Concrete, put our name on it. Let's vertically bum rush these markets. There's no reason why we're not in Tanzania, taking over countertops and all the things that come from that. The Europeans are coming in and they take over those resources. And we need to use our Panthers, we need to use Brother Shabazz and his team, and I'm always impressed by the organization. I feel like our ideas can flourish here, we're protected, I can move around and do crazy stuff. We're so protected. Right now, tonight, however long it's gonna take, I just wanna be here and we're gonna figure this out.
One of the key things, like if you Google me, you're gonna see a lot of people speak highly of my customer service. Customer service is something key that I feel like is lacking in black communities. So many times, you know, I go to support my black businesses, and a lot of people call me to support my black business because I think people are waking up today. I think that people want to see us as a whole, a collective, do better. Even white people. I mean, I run a car wash, right? My car wash is $175 to $200. No $20 car wash, but these people, they pay me and they have a big smile on their face when they do it because they want to pay for our specialties, is what I'm gonna call it. We have to learn how to create these niches in which we can excel in.